G'day everybody, welcome to Comics Etc. issue number 26. Someone's feeling a little bit unwelcome today because I did a unboxing video with Nathan last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it went really well.
Didn't notice.
Has a lot of views.
Okay.
So, just a little bit of a video today where we look at some of the stuff that came out last week.
Finally.
Look, for 3 weeks combined into one, it wasn't too great.
It was pretty much one shipment that we
Not
used
even.
to get before COVID.
No, so I'm going to look at Empyre because I've been crapping on it so much. We're both going to look at Negan, and Remy's going to review Undiscovered Country. Now, if I look down at the computer, it's because it's being a troublemaker. And let's get anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay, sweet. Okay, let's start with whatever I got. Okay, what's first? Okay, first apparently we're talking about Negan. So wait, let me get rid of this. Let me go that, and then I'm going to press that button. Then I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to go like that, and then it should work.
Professionals.
There's a glitch in the system, and they're fixing it. But
In the
anyway.
Matrix.
Here's Negan. So it's a one-shot. Image Comics brought out with the incredible team of Kirkman and Adlard. And I want to start off by saying a huge thank you to both those creators who did this all free of charge and just gave it to retailers. So thank you, because no one supports comics more than those two guys. Seriously. So,
I
thanks.
think it goes vice versa. They both support each other.
Yeah, and then as they support us.
Yeah, but we support them, so it's the happy family.
Yeah, but I'm not giving them anything for free. I'm not just sending them money for free.
You have supported the selling of their comics.
True. So, yeah, thanks. I know you guys are going to watch it because, creator
of
of
course,
Walking
Robert
Dead.
Kirkman's going to...
So what did you think?
Yeah, it was... Obviously, it's short.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it's not good.
It's just a one-shot, by the way. Cardstock cover, $4.99 US.
We're not going to spoil it because there is it's fairly quickly over once you figure out the main bit. But
so we start off with Negan. He's back.
Cut me off.
When does it take place?
It's between issues.
Gee, why would I cut him off? It takes place after his last official kind of appearance in issue 174.
Which you can say now. If you haven't... Was that when he leaves the prison?
Yep.
Not the prison, but when he's captured. Yeah.
And then so it kind of fills the gap a little bit between this and the last issue where they kind of have snippets of him. And he's living by himself out in...
Living? So how do you lid? Do you just...
Hey, you got a little. So he's living out in that house, I think, from the last issue, all by himself, and he's talking to himself and to the grave of... Lucille.
Which he used to talk to when the Bat was around, so now he's obviously replaced her with just flat out talking to himself.
So it kind of just shows what he's been up to all these years, which is nothing. He's just talking to himself and...
He's even wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then a mysterious stranger turns up. And that's where our review's going to stop in regards to storyline, because...
Well, that would ruin it.
It would ruin it. This isn't ruining it, but when I read it and I saw this, did you think he was imagining her?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too. And I'm not going to spoil if he is or isn't. But no, it was a really interesting story to see where the world kind of was at that stage, and it was just more Walking Dead. I thought it was okay.
Well, if you're expecting a miracle story, you finish something and you think there's going to be a change of life, it didn't happen. Some games or things happen.
One thing that I thought was really interesting though was I was really looking forward to... I have a theory that Walking Dead will be backed by Kirkman in a long form.
I agree.
And it will be about Negan. But this made me think, no, that's not the case. Because I feel like what he's trying to get along and show here is that Negan hasn't been doing anything.
Yeah, but if you read probably the best bit...
Yeah, so the reason there's a letter page up. If you guys are Walking Dead readers or you're not, the letter pages in Walking Dead are the number one reason to read them. He lets everybody know exactly what's going on.
Well, they had a planned story that they were going to kill Negan.
And Adlard
said no.
No, he said
no. Didn't want it.
He was sick of in Western
that villains would always get just killed off.
Yeah.
And that they would never let them just live.
Yeah. And that's stuff that you don't normally find out anywhere, but in the letter page, because Kirkman's really open, he just lets everybody know where their story kind of went. So Look, I give the issue itself 3 stars, but I give just this letter page column 4 stars.
Well, now we're doing separate reviews for parts of comics, are we?
Yeah, why not?
And you didn't even do it interesting. It should have been like, how many lives would you have
Or
given
Lucille's.
it? Yeah.
I'll give the letter page 4 Lucille's. So it was all right. I mean, it's more Walking Dead. And I think the other reason I'm a little bit iffy on it is that I'm currently rereading it, and it's really good.
See, I'm watching the TV show.
You poor bastard.
No, I'm still enjoying it. I'm up to the 4th season, halfway through that.
What season's that?
The 4th season.
Yeah, what's
like
the storyline, you idiot?
When they get, it's a little bit too weird that it's pretty similar to what's going on now. People are getting a disease and they're coughing and they're coughing up blood.
And you're still liking it?
Yeah, it's all right. It's not as good as the start, but it's still entertaining.
Or any other
enough.
show on television. Walking Dead chat done. Do you want to? I've not read this one, so I'll let you do it. Okay, so hang on. Let me see if I remember.
thought you might have.
I read the first issue. Okay, so I click.
So you have read some.
And then I click, and then I click. Okay, you let me know when to stop. I mean,
well, not yet. Let's just talk about what we're talking about.
No, I mean when you let me know when to.
Yeah, I know. So I read Undiscovered Country, which is by the great Scott Snyder.
No. No, it's by him. I'm
not great.
Yeah, I'm actually digging my heels in. I am not a fan.
Of what?
I think everyone wants to be a fan of Snyder.
Oh, sorry. We're reviewing a comic, not him as a person.
Yeah,
so can we just keep moving
No,
forward?
I'm reviewing how you said the great. I'm sorry. If you ask me, he's done 2 good storylines in comics, and that's it. And he's been living off them. Huh? Go.
So how many comics have you done? Oh, okay. So anyway, as we were saying, I read Undiscovered Country, and it was very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like it's a combination of a lot of things, and it is very current. Because the story pretty much is that America sealed itself away from the world.
Yep.
And a team that apparently got a signal from a famous scientist gets put together, and they go on an expedition to go in, and they're supposed to find so there's a disease that is going through the world called Sky, and they need to find a cure, and apparently America has the cure, and that's the whole purpose of the journey.
Okay.
But you can't just go into America because it's sealed. You have to break in, and yeah, it gets crazier and crazier as it goes on.
So it's about the team that goes in. So you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, things aren't what they seem straight away. So when they go in, there's a lot of double crossing, and yeah, it was very interesting. The art's beautiful.
Can I press the button?
Yeah, man, go for it. So this photo I wanted to show because it's very Mad Max.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, there's these people the America is in segments, and apparently you need a key to get into the next sector. So there's all different sectors. So almost like No Man's Land. Different people have claimed.
Old Man Logan.
Yep. And yeah, so
it's very sci-fi. That's.
But what was cool, they've got these. They ride animals. They have these crazy cars. So it just reminded me of the Mad Max in the desert. Like that looks pretty much like it.
Yep.
And yeah, so yeah, go for it.
Go press the button again.
And that was the guy that
Is that Uncle Sam?
Well, he acts like him, and because it's America, there's always got to be the big Uncle Sam sort of character. Yeah. But he was the one that made the call out, and it turns out it wasn't really to get the cure. It was more so he could get the key to get to the next sector.
Oh, right. Yeah. So he's tricking everyone.
Yeah, but he is... Well, I won't spoil anything, but let's just say he's not around.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Good.
I want to keep reading it. Yeah, it was entertaining. I think some people might not like it because of the whole America theme. It's very heavy on America. There's a lot of patriotic colours, and I found it entertaining, and yeah, it's just weird how it's very current.
Now, I just realised I forgot just to give credit, because it's not just a Snyder book, it's Charles Soule, who is a Daredevil writer. He's a really good writer.
Yeah. He's a big team.
And Kamonkali or something. He did a whole run of Amazing Spider-Man with Dan Slott. I really like his artwork.
Show the back. You can see how, look at the colours. It's all very US. And yeah, look, if you like, I'd compare this to almost a cross between Seven to Eternity and, I don't know, even parts of Wicked and the Divine, because...
It definitely looks Wicked and Divine-ish.
Well, the artist from that did some covers, but but even that frame there, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the next one.
Is there a next one?
Yeah, so look, the colours are awesome, a lot of action, like James said, a lot of sci-fi.
Would I like it?
I think you should read it.
Okay.
It's not... Yeah, like I found it very good. It's sometimes a bit confusing, but that's because there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But what am I rating it out of?
Whatever you want. So 5...
continents?
5...
Or states?
American cheeseburgers.
I'd probably eat 3.5 and then get full.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Undiscovered Country. Let us know if you've read it in the comments below. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. We haven't done one of these for a while because we haven't had comics for a while. Okay, so let me get rid of that. And now we do this one here. All right, so this is me. I'm up now. Oh, wait, and then I click in, and then I click
You don't have to tell everyone the instructions.
All right, sweet. So I thought that I should review Empyre because since the beginning of COVID, even before COVID, I've been crapping all over it because...
Well, it's their big event.
It's the big event that no one asked for and no one really cared about. So...
Wait, are you talking about COVID or...?
A bit of both. So I read it just to be fair and see if I'd like it. Now, I'm sold out of the first issue, so we've only got the variant left, but we got more coming in 2 weeks. Marvel still had some left. Thank you, Marvel. And it sold like hotcakes. I think people are just starved for anything Marvel at the moment, so they're buying it.
Pretty much anything, comics.
All right, so, okay, how do I review it? I'm going to review it by starting by saying that I read the issue zeros of Avengers and Fantastic Four back before COVID started. Marvel sent us out previews and I read them to see what it was like. So I've read the 0 issues and I read this one and I had no idea what was going on.
Just watch that glare there, mate.
No idea what was going on. I was completely lost. It felt
Even
like an issue 2.
Read the prep work.
Yeah. It felt like an issue 2 with no issue 1 in existence. So it was a really weird, hard read and I didn't like it one bit.
Wow. If you had to compare it to any past events...
But that's about it. It's really hard because it really did feel like the second issue of a storyline. So it starts off... This is the actual first page of the book of the Fantastic Four in the middle of a battle between the Kree and the Skrulls. And they're talking as if it is literally the next page of a book that we've already read. And I had no idea what this battle was. And it wasn't done in a way like other comics have done, like, here's a battle. Let's come back and see how it started. No. The whole thing is a sequential battle, what's going on, with no setup whatsoever.
You sure you haven't missed?
And that's the thing.
But it is a number 1, so
I shouldn't have to. If I've missed anything, it should not matter.
Yeah.
So it starts off with that, with their Fantastic Four in space in the middle of a battle, and then they start talking about these 2 kids from the Kree and the Skrull Empire.
Nice words, aren't
that they've found along the way, and talking as if we care where they're going or what they're doing and what the kids need to do to protect them. Like, this is the first appearance of them, and well, as far as I'm aware, and like I said, I read the 0 issues.
Who wrote this?
Well, that's the other thing. It's done by Al Ewing, who does Immortal Hulk, which is one of the best comics Marvel does, and he's also done like Ultimates and a few other cosmic ones. He's a really good writer, and it's just, I don't understand what was going on at all.
Do you think maybe later issues they might do a whole we're going to tell it backwards?
No, definitely not. It's not written like that at all.
Okay.
So the villain in it is Hulkling. And he's trying to... I can't even tell you if he's trying to bridge the species together or fight against them because it wasn't really exactly clear. I couldn't really work out who the good guys or the bad guys really were. And then the Avengers appear. And once again, just like the Fantastic Four appearing at the start...
Just cause...
My words today. Like the Fantastic Four appearing at the start as if you should already know while they're there. The exact thing with the Avengers. They just appear middle battle, like it's the middle of a... Just because. And I couldn't tell you why the Avengers are there. Then there's a lot of talking about Kree Skrull stuff and all that kind of jazz. Then they do what they always do in these big cosmic adventures and have these big cosmic uniforms.
Oh, no.
No, I'm sure that's coming. Yeah. So that's Black Panther and his new Black Panther suit.
Is this the first appearance of the new suit?
Yeah, maybe that's why it sold so well. And then it ends on what I assume they feel is an important cliffhanger but knowing nothing, I didn't care whatsoever.
Okay.
Look, I actually went into this really wanting to enjoy it because a lot like you guys out there in the staff for Marvel Comics, I just wanted to read something and like it that was Marvel, and I just didn't.
What would you give it out of Scrolls?
Honestly, 1.
Ooh,
I
you hear that,
just
folks?
didn't like it.
He's not lying.
Look, and I wonder if my opinion would be different if COVID didn't happen, because the thing that COVID's done is it's streamlined all of our entertainment into one. So now when we turn on Netflix or we read a trade paperback, we're so used to consuming a whole story in one.
Because it's all there.
And it's all there. And now that we're back to a form of media that was meant to exist pre-COVID, where we're meant to come in every week and pick up 1,000 things, maybe the story would have worked better at like a faster production pace. But as it stands, the world's a different place now, and it was just terrible. Sorry to the creative team. Like I said, I really like you guys generally, but I just didn't like it. So let us know your opinions on these if you've read them or not, and share them, because we really want to know. We legit want to know if you agree with us or disagree with us. And that's it for today's show. We'll be back with a long-form review in the next couple of days, but subscribe and like, and we'll see you soon. And I press this button while looking down at it all